Hey everyone, have I here bringing a video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, we're going to be discussing why is it important for LR Orange Piccolo to be done right in this upcoming celebration. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So yeah, this is going to be a very important unit here. Multiple reasons, and I'm going to give you my speculation, give you my ideas on what this unit might look like when it comes to categories, leader skill, things of that nature. But first and foremost, the most important thing about this unit is actually the name. And the name they currently have done right. So this Piccolo here, for the first time ever, which is crazy, is that we have a Piccolo with some parentheses. It's going to be named as Power Awakening Piccolo, and we've had multiple chances of Piccolo having a parentheses, whether it's, fused with Nail, fused with Kami, things of that nature. So that, yes, I know that the same name issue isn't as important as it was way back when the game started, but still linking partners is important because same name individuals now don't link up. But for the first time ever, Piccolo now is going to have a unit that can link up with another Piccolo and actually have those active. So it's very important they end up doing this, and I'm very happy they started on the right foot here. So on top of that is making sure that it's going to be the right type advantage. Now, type advantages isn't as important, especially depending on their passive. If it's going to be like, critical hits or effective against all types or guard against attacks, type advantage is almost as meaningless. But I predicted in a previous video, go ahead and check out my type advantage video for Gohan and Orange Piccolo, that he might end up being a tech unit. So a lot of people are thinking like physical, that's the closest color to orange, or even strength. But I have various reasons why I think it will be a tech unit. Definitely, again, go ahead and check out that type advantage Gohan and Piccolo video on my channel. So, but again, matching up the right type of unit and making sure that it's going to link up properly with some other units, having that right type is going to be important. I think tech is a solid choice for Piccolo, not just because he's green. So the next thing I want to talk about then, of course, is the categories. Categories is very important due to the fact that, of course, having a lot of categories, you can run this unit on a multiple amount of teams. So there's a bulk of categories that you see a lot of Piccolos have. And luckily, Piccolo isn't one of those units that have only like 4 or 5 categories. And generally speaking, he has a pretty decent amount of categories in the game. So the portion on top, I think, is almost automatic that we're going to get these as Piccolo's categories. That's the Namekians, movie heroes, of course. That's a no-brainer there. Worthy rivals, I believe it's still going to be there, even though technically he's not a rival anymore, but he's on this category, even though he has been basically a part of the Z Fighters, are part of Defending Earth, things of that nature. He's always still being on that category. Bottom Master Disciple is kind of a no-brainer with Gohan. Battle of Wits. Connected Hope kind of may or may not be. I think it will fall into the category within the superhero movie. Gifted Warrior is going to be there. Fused Fighters, he's been there ever since with Kami, right? They should have had parentheses, fused with Kami, but ever since then, he's been generally a fused fighter. Warriors Raised on Earth, and then Entrusted Will. I think those are going to be your gimmies for his categories. Now, the biggest question, I think a lot of people are still wondering, is this going to be a transformation unit? And I really think it will be, being a Dokkan Festival exclusive LR. I don't see it not being a transformation unit. So I believe he's going to be on transformation boost. I feel like that's like a 99% chance there. All Out Struggle, I think he will be on there. I think he will be on full power as well. This is absolutely a miraculous awakening. So you look at the definition of miraculous awakening, it falls into that category there. So I think he'll be on miraculous awakening. I think he'll be on savers as well, being that he was the catalyst to help out Beast Gohan save the day, holding Cell Max down, or at least wrapping him up for the last special beam cannon. So I think he will be on saviors. Giant form is a question, right? Orange Piccolo in and of itself, he's not giant, but then in the movie he does go giant against Cell Max. So really, depending on how they're going to place this unit, is it just going to be in the entirety of the movie, or will he actually have a giant form within the game? Be interesting to see what that actually looks like. One of the most important categories. I hope that he's going to be on his powerful comeback. I'll talk about why that is in a little bit later, but I think these are going to be the categories that he is going to be on. So when you start looking at and counting all these, right, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 categories, that's going to make this unit already super valuable, because he's going to be able to run on a multitude of different teams. And just like Gohan would probably be on a lot of categories as well, Piccolo, the value for this unit is going to be just really high. So hopefully they don't shaft him and just give him a few more. But anyway, the base amount of categories he's on is like at 10 anyway. So he's going to be good and going to be on a lot of categories. Now, the other thing, of course, you want to look at is leader skill. Now, leader skill, the first one that came to mind was, okay, let's do a double leader skill, even though I might feel like they're just going to end up being a Dokkan Festival exclusive LR, might do a double single. But I think a double category for the 30% boost for 200% makes a little bit more sense. I think for sure he's going to be bottom Master Disciple. I really think that is going to be his main leader skill and the teams that he's going to build around. And then I said, okay, what are some other options? You look at the categories that we have listed. I was like, maybe Gifted Warriors. What does that look like at 170%? And then I think it might be an Entrusted Will and Movie Heroes. I don't think we're going to have another 170% Movie Heroes leader, right? There's so many of those already. And it doesn't make sense for us to get another Movie Heroes leader for the game. It'd be crazy. But I can see them having a 30% boost, right, Movie Heroes category on here, and I think that makes a lot more sense. So when I did kind of run the the categories and what units are actually on there, and shout out to Dokkan Info for for providing this here, it looks something like this. I was like, well, there's a lot of units you can run, right? You can see a lot of Vegetas, you can see the Piccolos on there. You can see like the new exchange Vegeta, right? Goku Blue and Vegeta Blue. You have some Easy Able Gohans in the future. I was like, well, that's not very exciting. So you have a lot of different like sub units that you can run, but overall it's kind of not a good 200% category, right? So I was like, well, okay, let's change it up, and then let's go ahead and change Gifted Warriors to Transformation Boost, because if they do make this a Transformation Boost unit, this would be a really great combination of Bond and Master Disciple and Transformation Boost with an Entrusted Will and Movie Heroes 30% boost. This is what it looks like, and it looks, I think, a lot better. It's less units that you can run, but a lot better options, especially in the future where you have like Easy A to Gogeta Blue from the Broly movie. You already have some certain Easy A's on there. You have like Transformation Trunks that's going to Easy A in the future, stuff like that. But you right now could use LR Gods on this team as a unit, so that's beneficial on there. The Easy A's to the 5-year anniversary units, hopefully maybe coming pretty soon there, and things of that nature. So I think this is a better combination. So I'm gonna kind of stick with this as the option of the leader skill that I want to choose. Is Transformation Boost, Master Bonded Disciple at the 170 with the 30% with Entrusted Will and Movie Heroes. So I think that's pretty solid there. Nothing like game breaking as a leader. We have so many Movie Heroes category leaders that it should be fine for Piccolo to be on those team if you're running a Movie Heroes team. So of course, being a Dokkan Festival exclusive, he's going to have some sort of active skill, whether it's going to be his transformation or not. That'll be or it's going to be maybe an attack or maybe like a active skill revival. How cool it would be like an active skill revival transformation. It would be pretty awesome. Like you activate revival and say, from here on out, if I get hit or anyone dies, we'll go ahead and activate the transformation or something of that nature. That'd be pretty cool. Also, I would like for it to have a unit super attack with Gohan, right? So if he's attacking on the same turn with Gohan linked up, I think that'd be amazing and make this unit a lot stronger. So maybe a unit super attack would be interesting. Again, it would make a lot of sense for a special beam cannon or something of that nature to be, or maybe the unit active skill could be for Gohan, maybe not for Piccolo. Anyway, either one I think would be really fun to have. So I think that's going to be very important for them to, again, do this right, because if they don't, the hype the hype's going to be let down. Not only that the unit has to be looking good, which it looks amazing, but it also has to produce within the game as well. So when you start looking at some other units that if they do this correctly, they're going to impact. One of the things that came to mind initially was this unit right here, was the Piccolo that should have been parentheses fused with Kami. And this unit, if you guys remember, when he came out, his transformation was just crazy strong. But the problem was you really had no team to transform him on, right? When you look at his transformation, it was fused with Kami. It can be activated when HP is 70% or more with another Namekian's category ally on the team. But even back then, you're not running with another Piccolo. But now with the same name removal, now you're able to bring in another Piccolo. But still, it's not relevant. But when this guy Easy A's, look at the passive skill pre-Easy A right here. It's an attack and defense 120%, which is already like pretty okay. But when the stat increases, that's going to be tremendous. 120% there. Reduces damage received by 40%. So the 120 is probably going to increase to like 150 or 160. Damage reduction by 40%. Unconditional. That's probably going to increase to 50%. Chance of performing a critical hit, 10% with more HP remaining, greater boost, up to 40%. That's probably going to get increased to maybe 50%. And then recovers HP whenever it's HP 77% or less. That might increase as well. And then the piece de la resistance right here, right, is the foresees enemy super attack unconditional. Right, once you transform. So just like boosting this up in Easy A, this passive skill is ridiculous. It has everything that you want. And this unit becomes amazing if, again, you do Orange Piccolo correctly and you can run this unit with Orange Piccolo, right? And after the 4th turn, Dunskies, you are crushing it, right? And it's going to be amazing. So as long as it's on these types of categories here, you have Namekians, Worthy Rivals. He's not going to be, Orange Piccolo is not going to be on Android Cell Saga. He'll definitely be on Bottom Master Disciple. Final Trump card, I don't think he's going to be, Orange Piccolo is going to be on Final Trump card. It doesn't fit because it wasn't like a final last resort move, right? But you have like Battle Wits, Gifted Warriors, Heavenly Events, no. Entrusted Will, Fuse Fighters, and Warriors Raised on Earth. Those will be, of course, available. So that's really an exciting portion here. Again, if they do Orange Piccolo right and linking up with this guy here, it's going to be very interesting after the 4th turn with this as an Easy A unit. Maybe they Easy A this guy in the celebration as well. Maybe they do that as well, and that would be incredibly exciting. So on top of that, we talked about this already, is Movie Heroes is not going to be a problem to run this unit on because we have 4 different leaders to run Movie Heroes. Now he's only going to be, if I'm doing this correctly, right, if I'm guessing the categories correctly, he's only going to be on the 200% if you're running Gamma 1, Gamma 2 team, right? Because Worthy Rivals is going to activate Orange Piccolo's 200%, 30% boost. He's not on Kamehameha, he's not on Joint Forces, right? So that's not going to be the case for the 30% boost for the LR Gods and the LR Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta. So at least we know that if you want to run a Movie Heroes team and want to have Orange Piccolo at 200%, it's going to be a Gamma 1, Gamma 2 team. Now, if he's on this category, Powerful Comeback, it's going to be incredible because in my mind, if he's on Powerful Comeback, he gets to be on this team. Now, of course, this team right now is, I think, on Global's list here, like number 7, because Powerful Comeback as a straight 200% lead doesn't have many options besides Carnival Goku as your leader. And putting him in the first position makes it a lot easier to run a full-on team and be very effective. But if you add Orange Piccolo to Powerful Comeback, which it makes sense for him to be on Powerful Comeback, then you are increasing the value of Carnival Goku by tenfold as well, being a 200% leader for Powerful Comeback. And imagine this. Imagine not only Orange Piccolo is on Powerful Comeback, but Beast Gohan's on Powerful Comeback. Look at this rotation. Look at this rotation here, right? And let's just say that Orange Piccolo and Beast Gohan isn't, slot 1 units, right? And you're using Gohan or Carnival Goku as slot 1. This is going to be ridiculous, right? It's going to be a ridiculous rotation if they are on Powerful Comeback. So I'm hoping I'm hoping they do it right, and we're going to have Orange Piccolo, at least Orange Piccolo, maybe not Beast Gohan, but hopefully on both for powerful comeback. It does make sense for him to be on there. So this is kind of what I want Orange Piccolo to look like. Now, of course, the passive skill, I have no idea in the essays. They can do multiple different combinations. I'm not going to, I might do a different video for that, but I think these are the things that we can, kind of easierly speculate and predict. But tell me what you guys think after kind of looking at this, making sure they do Piccolo right. That's what I'm thinking right here for the categories leader skill. Let me know in the comment section below if you agree, disagree, and what your thoughts are to make sure that Orange Piccolo is done right. So if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Thank you all for watching. Keep on Dokkaning. We'll catch you next time. Later.